Episode 9, The Phoenix, opens with the bitch herself, Dayu, arriving at the Longhouse. She has a boy with her, who is revealed to be Ai's cousin Bao, but it's never specified whose son he is, and he can't be Dayu's because he later refers to her as his aunt as well. In any case, he's here because Dayu plans on using him to convince Ai to finally move to the big city. After the title sequence, Bao meets Stitch, and then Mei Ying, who clearly has a crush on the boy. By the way, this has absolutely no significance to the plot, it's just a thing that exists apparently. Dayu is not pleased with all of the distractions, and is practically on the edge of a temper tantrum, as she reminds Bao of why they're there. Ai isn't happy about her cousin's presence, though, as it's preventing her from continuing the search for Stitch's mystery shrine. Thankfully, Jumba is working on a creature that will lead the group to the shrine. Specifically, he intends to make a phoenix, since according to the scrolls, the creature of myth is also looking for a lost shrine. The phoenix is activated, but quickly goes out of control and escapes the house. In their hurry to follow the bird, they have no time to conceal their exit from Bao, who Ai tells to promise not to tell Aunt Dayu about the aliens. Meanwhile, in space, 2 unknown aliens have picked up on the presence of Jumba's phoenix.
I have not observed one of those since the Bling Dynasty. Found only in 3 star systems, known as Gleanflax Uthane, Pentaurus Vericus, or Feng Huang, the Phoenix.
Okay, this is really interesting. Jumba's replica phoenix seems to be an exact biological match for an alien found in more than one star system. And not only that, it would appear that the alien and the earthly concept of a phoenix are one and the same. This means that the mythical creature is in fact, at least in this universe, a real creature, with quite a range across the galaxy. This in turn implies that the reason ancient humans knew about phoenixes was because a group of them came to Earth at some point by unknown means. Though they seem to have since left the planet, hence Jumba's false phoenix being the only one to draw these guys' attention. I absolutely love this lore. It has the potential to mean that multiple mythical beings were actually aliens that visited our planet. Unfortunately, the phoenix is the only one ever referenced to be so within the series, and no other mythical monster species are ever confirmed or even implied to be aliens. That's disappointing, because I think it would have made for a fascinating side plot for Ai to discover the true origins of the stories she grew up with. Back on Earth, Bao is being taken along for the ride with Ai and the aliens so that he can't go and spill the beans to Dayu. The kids and Stitch are given supplies to go locate the phoenix, while Jumba and Pleakley head back to find out what caused the creature to go haywire. As the trio make their way through a cave, they quickly find the phoenix, but the aliens from earlier have found it too.
Take him to the ship!
Wait! He's our friend!
Your friend is worth 1,000 patangs on Andromeda.
You're going to sell him?
Of course. Creature collectors pay well to add specimens like this to their private zoos.
But he doesn't want to be in a zoo. He wants to be free.
You are wasting your breath. I am a virtuous hunter. Capturing rare species is my vocation.
Stitch kicks their asses and frees the phoenix, who gets the hell out of there, and honestly, I don't blame him. As that happens, Bao finds some engraved oblong coins in the dirt where the bird stood before, and takes them with him as they all move out to find the phoenix again. The good news is it isn't far away, and it even landed near the ruins of a shrine. The bad news is that the hunters show up again and trap the phoenix. Somehow they also make the ruins area separate from the mountain and float up into the air. Fortunately, the trio's supplies from Jumba include a high-tech glider.
Stitch!
Oh, another random useless power. This one is even dumber than the head quills. Not only can Stitch easily withstand a big fall, but the way that the membrane is spread between his upper arms and his legs completely disregards the existence of his lower arms since they occupy the same space. What would happen if he tried to deploy both at the same time? This is ridiculous and just plain not necessary. Anyway, the group lands and they turn the hunters' weapons against them to trap them the same way the phoenix was trapped. Ah, poetic justice. Ai and Bao are able to reason with them, convincing them that photographing rare creatures is much better than hunting them. With all that moral mumbo-jumbo sorted out, Stitch releases the no longer hunter aliens, who in turn release the phoenix. Then this happens.
Stitch! Is this the shrine you've been searching for? It's you! You can't be a monster. You're Stitch.
Monster.
This shrine is full of mysteries.
How did you get here?
How could I stay away?
Get the fuck out of here. I hate this guy. I hate these prophecy rocks or whatever the fuck they are. Fuck all this bullshit. Back with the Phoenix, it lands by an offering dish of some kind. I think Bao calls it a ding, but I don't know enough about Chinese culture to be sure. Whatever it is, the trio puts the coins from the cave into it, and that causes some pillars to come up out of the ground and an entire-ass new shrine to be erected out of nowhere, complete with the golden bird statue. There's just so much going on. So much that's unexplained and unnecessary. Later at the Wong house, Daiyu is hoping that Bao was able to convince Ai to move to the city, but instead he wants to stay in the mountains since he had such an exciting experience. Back to square one for her. This episode was a roller coaster. Things were looking promising with that alien Phoenix lore, but then a little over halfway through they just started tossing in a bunch of shit that made no sense and contributed nothing. Maybe some of it makes sense in the context of Chinese mythology, and I'm just a basic white bitch who doesn't understand the cultural references. But since this video is about my salty opinion, I'm giving my salty opinion. But regardless of how you feel, don't harass anyone who likes the show, and of course, take my salt with a grain of salt. Also, I apologize for the number of times my voice cracked in this video.